the show. Type Spectrum, leave a space, type in your contribution and name, then send it to 7197. Your views, our interviews on Spectrum, Radio 1 FM 90.
A very warm welcome. You tuned into Spectrum on Radio 1. I'm your host, Edmond, Kizito. On Spectrum tonight, 26 years of the NRM in power. Is the party facing an internal revolt? Why is the NRM leadership silent on the burning issues? A group of NRM legislators are said to be in the final stages of forming another political party, pointing at an imminent split within the party leadership. This group is adamant that the NRM party has lost track of its original ideals as contained in the 10-point program and several manifestos that it has used as a basis of being elected. They claim that the party leadership is protecting the corrupt, silencing voices calling for reforms and transition on top of other critical ideas that would make the party more robust. The infighting among the top leaders of the party came to light after the election of the East African Legislative Assembly Speaker, prompting a crisis meeting chaired by President Museveni. It is believed that within the NRM, several factions have now emerged. For instance, it is reported that Professor Gilbert Bukenya is strengthening his grip through the Buganda Parliamentary Caucus and the Kingdom of Buganda. Speaker Rebecca Kadaga is said to be building a bipartisan political base. Honorable Mike Mukula is said to be spearheading the Eastern Uganda Parliamentary Caucus, which recently called for a debate on the Ugandan political question, while Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi, who has since remained Secretary General even after it was agreed that he steps down, is also said to be mobilizing his own troops, so to speak. The reported split within the NRM party became more evident recently when party members openly fought the official party flag bearers in by-elections, and when a group of young Turks announced that they had formed a new shadow cabinet, saying the main political party had lost track. The main opposition party, the FDC, was formed following a decision by some previously die-hard movementists, led by Dr. Cheza Besigye, to quit the system. Analysts fear that another split within the NRM could destroy the foundation of the party and determine a paradigm shift at election time. So tonight we speak to a senior member of the NRM party to try and understand his views about what is said to be happening within the NRM and if he thinks that these developments could hurt the party if they are not handled urgently. Our guest tonight is Hon Captain Francis Babu, a member of the NRM Central Executive Committee, also chairman of the NRM in Kampala. So you're most welcome, Honorable Babu.
Good evening, all our listeners, and I hope you'll enjoy the show.
Is the NRM falling apart?
No. I think what you've just described is activity within the party. And a lot of people would not have wanted a party that is dormant. This is activities, and as far as I'm concerned, they are bound to be there. There's a lot of, in fact, I find there's more propaganda about the NRM from the opposition than there is within the NRM. A few NRM people would like to also to take the cue from the opposition and also go to the media and say all sorts of things. But I think the activities you've just talked about, in my sincere opinion, not only are they healthy, they actually make the party a little bit more interesting. And therefore you get a big picture. You've just mentioned a variety of things, in my opinion, which is probably sometimes healthy to happen. Sometimes if they're underground and you don't see them, and suddenly something happens, then you wonder where it has been. What you're now talking about are activities within the system. It's like the volcano now becoming live and active. And these are all different things. Now one has to analyze them carefully. Unfortunately, what I find very interesting is people analyze them differently depending on the person. As far as I'm concerned, there are activities, and when you take the SWOT analysis of the party and you look at its strength, the NRM has not really changed that much. What has changed is a few areas where people are giving signals to the party leadership that they are not happy with certain things. And I don't think that makes it unpopular. That only makes them to go back on the board and say, wait a minute, what went wrong here? And if these things did not happen, they would not know what was going wrong. And I'm happy that everything is coming out in the open. A lot of people are seeing them, and a lot of people are listening and carefully, and you people who are in the media and those in the electronic media are writing all sorts of articles, which in my opinions are good, and putting them together, we'll be able to get the answer both for the party and for the future of this country.
Will President Museveni stand in 2016?
That you'll have to ask him. Remember, standing, first of all, is a personal thing. I have to decide I want to stand. If I decide I want to stand, then the rest comes into the place. Then he has to go to his party and say, I'm standing. And then he has to go to his supporters and say, I'm standing. Now, he has not told me, nor has he said it to anybody that he's standing. Therefore, I'm not going to speak on behalf of him. I propose that when you have a chance, and he'll be coming to the radio, please ask him.
Are some people getting impatient at his overstay?
The history of our country is slightly different. A lot of people want to compare our countries to countries that are very, very stable, and they have not had the problems we've had. The problems we've had in this country have created the kind of a time that we've had in this regime. It has to do with our past history. It has to do with the war in the north. It has to do with our differences. And all these things put together, they decided on the time factor. And a lot of people do not talk about this. But I think time comes when we must talk with what has happened, why all this time, and why has it taken long to even get to the stage when we can sit in the studio and talk about a president and tell him, look, you've stayed there too long. In some countries you can't even say it, but here we can. And to me,
you have to be thankful to him.
First of all, I think not only thankful, I think he has done a good job. And when he says he's going to go, which I think he will one of these days, then we will have to thank him, because he's brought this country from some point to another. Now, regardless of what you say, whether you like the president or you don't like him, he has done his bit.
I like his fashion sense and other things about him.
There's a few things. No, he's a human being. Human beings do err sometimes.
There's no question he's revived the economy. He's returned the country to democracy. LC system elections every 5 years.
That's right.
He's retired. Investors are coming, but the country is alive once again. There's no question about that. But some people think he has an unfair advantage. He's being compared to very irreverent dictators. Milton Obote, Gideon.
Those propagandas are there. You know, there are people whose job is to make propaganda. They spend the whole day thinking of what they're going to say next. But I don't think that is the most important thing. To me, the most important thing now is first of all, he brought this country from some level to a level. We have a multi-party system. People should now build their parties. They should try and bring them up. They should give us programs that we should look at. I'm tired of hearing who is good and who is bad. I want somebody to come up, like you, and say, this is the program I have. I want to compare programs. I'm tired of comparing people, how tall they are and how wide they are. I think all these are not relevant. What is relevant? What is the program for this country?
Yeah, but some people think the elections are tampered with many times.
Probably they are. But that's part of democracy.
Or playing with the elections is part of.
Yes. The process has got all sorts of mistakes. Mistakes are made. Systems come out of mistakes, by the way, if you didn't know. At one time in the United States.
You're a very honest man. Go on.
No. People in the United States, people used to run away with the ballot boxes. People used to shoot each other. You've had people just the other day, people were boxing each other, not very far from here.
In the NRM primaries.
In NRM primaries, there were a lot of war. People got their guns out, but we learn. The important thing, do we learn something out of this? Yes, we do. And we do realize that people are not happy with them. And let me tell you, those who get into leadership positions using unfair means, people do not respect them. And you're not a leader. You're just a shadow of yourself. And as far as I'm concerned, you cheat as much as you want. Eventually people will say, we don't need you. We don't need your type. What people need are leaders who are chosen with their own test, and they have not cheated, they have not bought a vote. Eventually, by the way, even the bribery will go. The process will continue. We will continue here talking. Some of us will expire and will get out, and the system will continue. As it goes on, the clean leadership will emerge, no matter what you do.
Very interesting, man. Well, listeners, this is Spectrum Radio, and tonight, 26 years of the NRM in power, is the party facing an internal revolt? And we're asking why the party is silent, the party leadership is silent on the banning list. And our guest is Hon Captain Francis Babu, a member of the NRM Central Executive Committee, also chairman of the NRM in Kampala Central. Let's look at the party in turmoil. Mbabazi wants to be president, Mukula wants to be president, Bukenya wants to be president, Kadaga wants to be president.
Even others who have not spoken, probably.
What are you going to do about it?
No. You've just talked about those who have talked. How about the others who have not talked?
What are we going to do then?
No. People are free to have wishes.
Oh, these people are simply wishing.
They are wishing to become president, are they?
Will they become president?
No, that depends on what sort of programs they put forward. You see, my whole argument about this, please, this me business, me, I'm first, the me business must stop somewhere. What is going to decide who is going to become our president is somebody who has got the qualities that the people of Uganda want. The people of Uganda, by the way, are not that shallow as some people think. They know who the leader should be. You present anybody, you can name these ones who are there, the ones you've talked about. The others who have not come out yet.
No, but these are prominent people. Mbabazi is prime minister. He's got a long
being
track record.
Prominent does not mean becoming the next president.
Well, you have some traction. You've been doing certain things.
Tell me something. Being prominent does not mean that you're necessarily going to become the president. The people of this country will decide. You can be prominent, you can be a multimillionaire, you can be all sorts of things. The people of this country can tell you, there's the door, we want this other person. So let the people come, give us their programs, and when we say, well, this guy looks like he can do it. And I think it will depend on the program. And I think we are tired of being imposed people simply because they started by saying, I want to be this. So everybody who puts up their hand and they want to be president, we should therefore reckon they are going to be president. No. I think what is going to happen, they'll have to sit down, and each of these parties, different parties, it doesn't matter which one, they'll have to give us somebody who can convince Ugandans that they can take over the mantle of this country and they can move it to another level. And I think this is what we are looking for. We are not looking for those who beat the queue. We are not looking for those who say, I am in the queue. We are not talking about those who say, I am the greatest. No. We are looking for those who can lead this country. They have the humility of leadership. They have the ability to lead this country. And they have the respect of all the people in this country. And I want somebody who I can respect, who I can give my vote.
Someone like Gilbert Bukenya, maybe.
Not really. That is yours. I have not.
What should President Museveni stand again?
No, there are many people. No, please. You asked me a question. How many people are there? You've got your wishes. I'm saying there are many people in this country. We are over 35 million, I think, approximately. Somewhere there is somebody who can be a leader of this country. And we need that person. It doesn't matter who it is. As long as he can come, give us a program. And one of my biggest thing I'm going to embark on, I want Ugandans to choose somebody because he has the depth and width of leading this country. The man who understands what we need. The man or woman, for that matter. Let me not talk only about men. A man or a woman.
Let's talk about a woman as well. Rebecca Kadaga is a woman.
No, that is yours. That is your candidate. Thank you very much. I'm just talking about any woman or any man. I am not going to talk about particular people. Anybody who fits the frame of leadership, of being a president, is not only one. There are many. And I'm quite sure somewhere in the future, and not maybe this year, maybe next year, somebody is going to emerge out of all these people you're talking about who is going to be a leader of this country.
So you're uncomfortable with Museveni extending his stay? You said there are many people.
I did not say I'm uncomfortable.
Using different words.
No. You asked me and said President Museveni will have to decide whether he wants to stay or he does not want to stay.
People can race against him. It's not a monarchy.
The people of Uganda will decide. If he comes back and they say no, it is no. If he comes back and they say yes, it is a yes.
Well, but he's got a strong personality. He's got the power of incumbency, the advantages of it. If he says he wants to stay, we've seen what's happening in Makerere. The man can't step down, so they pick with the other people.
No. You're threatening the poor man. The poor man being the acting VC does not make him automatically the VC.
6 men walked out saying because of the power of incumbency, he's got an unfair advantage.
Then they are frightened for nothing. I think the board that is going to choose will decide and not walking out.
So those men don't know what they are doing.
I don't think walking out is the answer in an election. I think your presentation is more important. I can present and somebody else can present and you'll be surprised. Somebody you never expected could be the new Vice Chancellor of Makerere. So let us not waste our time on a thing like that. No, even incumbency. People who have been incumbent have been beaten in elections.
Well, we don't have term limits, so...
The other day Brown was beaten very badly in Britain. So what's
Britain
the big deal?
Britain. Somebody said Spain is not Uganda. Britain is Britain.
Yes, right, but most of the time you people compare Uganda to those countries. I'm just using that as an example. Incumbency doesn't mean leadership. There was a man in some of the African countries who have been incumbent who were beaten, and they walked out peacefully and nicely. And this is going to happen. I think it will come. Not to worry. I'm not worried about that.
Is it premature for the NRM to propose and start a fair competition? Have these names?
No. No. The NRM has got organs of leadership. We start all the way from the village level all the way up to the national conference. It is the national conference that decides who is going to be the presidential candidate. And we normally call them, we go to Nambole or some other place. And then they choose one of us to become the next presidential candidate. Now, these gentlemen, they are now telling you they want to stand. If they really want to stand, they'll have to go and present their leadership to that group, and they'll carry out a vote, and whoever wins becomes the next candidate. Now, if they don't want to stay in the party because with that group, then they have to go to another party, and I'm sure they have systems in those parties that decide who is going to become the next president.
Has corruption entrenched itself?
Corruption has been there, but not entrenched. There is corruption.
$500 million lost every year.
I don't have that figure. I've heard about it. But how far true is it? And
well, we had 200 billion shillings lost in the ID scam. The president says forgive those men.
Which men?
The ID scam, you've not heard about it.
The ID, he says forgive them?
That's what the president said. Told Parliament.
No. You see, there are people who people have pointed their fingers in, and really they are not the culprits. And the culprits are known. This government does investigation. There is a misconception that people who are in Parliament and people who are in radio know more than what the government knows. Let me put it this way to you. The government has got trained investigative machinery. And these investigative machineries, they bring these things out, and the president gets these reports. And he knows.
So he says forgive the men. They stole 200 billion shillings, but forgive them.
No. He did not say forgive them. He says forgive those who they claim have stolen.
Well, it's about the $200 billion shillings. He said forgive them. He told Parliament. They told him off, his young men in Parliament.
No, they have not told him. But when did he say that?
Maybe you've been out of the country.
No, where did he say them? Because I want.
He wrote a letter.
Where? What did the letter say? Please quote it for me.
Well, I don't have it in front of me.
No, we'd like to know.
Let's talk about, maybe you haven't heard about that, but let's talk about the 200 billion.
There is corruption. I'm not saying there isn't any corruption, but I don't want to jump onto things that I don't have proof on.
Oh.
And you tell me the president wrote a letter. I would like to see that letter. Saying that, yes, forgive these people, they have stolen 200,000, but forgive them. I have not seen that letter.
Would he be right if he said it?
No, he would not be right. And I don't think he said it. And I think they have to investigate a little bit more.
Somebody might have forged his signature or something.
No. The president normally does not say such things. I've known letters which are being written. I've known people saying all sorts of things. Some letters have been forged, yes, but I have not seen that kind of letter, the one you're talking about. I would like to see it, mind you, if it is there.
Is the NRM House a ploy to return President Museveni and extend his stay, divert debate from succession?
What, the House?
The 27 floors. We don't even know if they have the money to do it.
The NRM has been trying to build that house for a long time. And it could be a legacy, probably. Maybe, why don't you look at it this way? Maybe it's the legacy he would like to leave behind. Why do you think it should be the other way around?
Well, that kind of house will take about 6 years to build.
No, come on.
Can build it in 30 days?
Come on, Hilton here, and has had a lot of problems, has not taken 6 years.
Mapera House took 4 years to build.
Yeah, Mapera House, yes, because
17 floors, and they had all the cash. The NRM doesn't have the money. They were throwing you out of a house the other day.
Which house?
In Kololo, maybe in Nakasero. You couldn't pay rent for a single-story house.
No, that was a misunderstanding between the owner and those who were paying. But I think that one was corrected.
So you'll join the ranks of UPC very soon, having your own party headquarters.
But even FDC has a party headquarters.
Well, UPC has a tall tower. Are you racing against UPC?
We are not racing. We are building. We are not racing. We are building. If we are racing, we should have built it the first year we came here. We are not racing. I think what is happening is that they are going to build that thing. They've been trying to build it for some time, and they will, definitely, eventually.
Let's talk about some of these candidates. Mike Mukula says he wants to form a political party. Some people have said he wants to form a political party called the Orange. They formed one in Kenya, and he has friends in Kenya. Does that scare the party leadership?
No, but I think anybody in this country, including the two of us who are sitting here, are free to start a party. And if Honorable Mukula would like to start a party, good luck to him.
Oh,
yes.
Would you join him?
You listen. I don't just.
Or do you form your own?
I don't change horses midstream. I've got different ways of doing things.
Well, the party has been part. It will have been part 30 years. That's not midstream.
No, midstream means you're still in the party which is in government, and you are changing horses.
You wait until you're thrown out of power.
When you're in opposition is when you change parties. No. I think all these gentlemen and ladies who would want to form parties are free to form parties if they so wish.
But the NRM will be left as an empty shell.
Why?
Possibly.
Why?
Mbabazi goes out. Mukala goes out. Bukenya goes out.
The president got 68% vote. So 5 people get out. 68% reduces to what? 67? Come on.
You look at these people as individual voters, they don't have followings behind them.
I don't know how much following they have. Assuming they had 100,000 each, let's say 500,000, would that make a difference?
Well, they never stood in national election. Besigye stood in national, he got 2 million votes. But these men have following. They could take out. They have members of parliament who are allied to them.
No problem. I know there's some people who also got 1%. These are all hypothetical situations.
You spoke about a volcano in the NRM. What kind of volcano?
It's not a volcano. No.
Use that word.
I told you these are activities. You
said it could erupt any time.
No. It has already erupted. It is in government. It is the one ruling this government. There are people within the party who have got activities going for them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think you got the big picture. I think NRM is a vibrant party.
In the last parliament, the 8th parliament had 2 well-known rebel MPs. I'm borrowing that word. This time it's plethora. You can't even count them.
No, come on, you can't count them. They make
How many are they?
They make so much noise. It's not even true. They are not even a handful. A handful is 10 fingers.
You have your head in the sand, like
no, I am not. I am not. They are known. They have been named.
How many are they, according to your
No, I said they are not even a handful. That's English, for goodness sake.
For a rebel MP from to the left.
What does a handful? How many fingers do you have in a hand?
I have 5.
No, the 2 of them have got 10 fingers. It's not even a handful. Let's go to another one.
Well, they say they've formed a shadow cabinet.
They're free.
Is that normal?
No. If anybody, all parties in the world have got these little problems happening, even the opposition parties in this country, and people are free. And by the way, I think people should not even waste time. Those who want to form parties, well and good. Probably by forming parties, we should understand what is going on. Maybe they can tell us, maybe they've got better programs than somebody else. So far, I haven't seen a very good program. Maybe these new ones will have better programs. Let's see what happens.
You're not that loyal to Museveni. You want these men to go out. He's going to remain in an empty shell.
No. What empty shell? 5 people? Come on, for goodness sake.
Besigye walked out. He got 2 million votes the last time.
So?
Museveni got 5.
So?
Mukula goes out, he takes a 1 million. Mbabazi goes out, he takes another 1 million.
So?
Kadaga gets another 1 million. The president will have nothing left.
Come on. Don't make Ugandans look like they don't know what they are doing. Those are millions of dreams. People don't just get millions like that. You've got to have a very good program.
Millions of dreams.
Maybe those are millions of dreams. You're right.
Bukenya, Gilbert Bukenya. He called a meeting.
Honorable, please. These are members of parliament. Give
I
them
said
their
Honorable
dues.
Kenya.
Yes.
Professor, Dr. Gilbert Bukenya. He called a meeting at his Kingdom Resort. Buganda Caucus meeting.
He did not
Had
call it.
several.
No. Now, that is a lie. That is a lie. The Buganda caucus wanted to go and have a retreat.
Yes.
And they looked around, and the Bukenya's place gave them the best rate.
Give them
and they
credit.
paid for it, no? They paid for
Said
it.
you can pay
Now,
later.
these lies you're peddling around, and I've been hearing it in the newspaper, please don't. And that's very unfair. They went there, and by the way, Honorable Bukenya, His Excellency, by the way, he's not only Honorable, he was His Excellency, he is a member of the Buganda caucus, like everybody else. So I think it's exaggerated. Sometimes you put people in embarrassing situations. And I've been following that Buganda caucus very well. Buganda caucus is being misquoted in things they do. And I think that's unfair.
He's pressing for the things of Buganda. You don't think that's a threat?
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, what's wrong with having
system.
What's wrong with having Buganda wanting a regional government. The regional government is in our constitution, by the way, if you didn't know. But how much they want of it? And I think it's something you should try and understand. Our constitution gives regional government, as amended.
Not a federal government.
A regional government is a federal government. You see, the problem with you people...
Well, the monarchies don't agree with you.
Which monarchy?
Mengo doesn't agree with you. This official...
Come on. A federal government is a regional government.
Maybe you tell them first, convince them first that that's...
They will be convinced. It is a matter of time. This is a process. It will be done.
This is Spectrum on Radio 1. We're going for a break. We'll be back.
So unbelievable na yatenga bya ddala tekibadde ise yadde n'akamu bendera waggulu bulaka tuli beautiful yero wakasana kafenga kasufu red brotherhood eyatero bwetugatta
Tuchakale with Airtel today and celebrate 50 years of independence. Get up to 100% bonus to call across all networks. That's not all. Stand a chance to win a motorbike daily and a car every week. Simply top up every day. Get up to 100% bonus. Dial *162#. Press yes or OK. Start the 50 years independence celebration of Uganda today with Tuchakale from Airtel.
John, Mike and I, we go back a bit. We knew John at the beginning, working for someone else. But he was different. He had vision, saw opportunities. He started working towards his goal, opened his own garage, and worked, learning the hard way. His reputation spread. Trust, consistency, quality. Soon people were coming to him from all parts. He made himself and his whole street prosper, and also helped friends, seeing potential in people and helping them on. But John never shouts about all his success. He's just who he is. Special.
So here's to men like John, who make a difference, who enjoy Nile Special, the rich, satisfying taste from the source. Nile Special. You've earned it.
Not for sale to persons under 18.
Spectrum on Radio 1 FM 90.
30 to 40.
Welcome back to Spectrum on Radio 1 tonight. 26 years in power. Is the NRM facing an internal revolt? Why is the party leadership silent on the burning issues? Our guest is Hon Captain Francis Babu. He's a veteran politician. He's a member of the NRM Central Executive Committee and the chairman of the NRM in Kampala Central. Also, husband of the East Africa Legislative Assembly Speaker. Your wife fought a good fight in Arusha.
But before you go there's no revolt in NRM.
Really?
There's no revolt.
We saw it when your wife was standing. They said you are not the official candidate. You shouldn't stand.
No, there was nothing like that. In fact, I am one of the very few people who knew there was no official candidate. Some people thought they could use their campaign tactics to claim that there was an official candidate. There was no official candidate. When it came, when the dice were cast, the minister in Arusha, after contacting the authority in Uganda, they told us clearly there was no official candidate. The two ladies could go in and get voted. The people who were supporting the other lady are the ones who were pushing the official candidate thing to ask one of the candidates to get out. There was no official candidate.
Well, but they say it's because she was Dora Byamukama was being fronted by people the president didn't like too much anymore. They were his friends at one time.
No, those are rumors. There's no such thing. The two ladies went in there, and this, by the way, for the first time in the history, the 10-year history of Ayala, for the first time, they followed the constitution, which says very clearly the council has to elect their speaker, and they had two. They had a choice. Out of the two, they chose one, and one became the speaker. I think the others are people who enjoy putting in one word or the other. And when we were there, yes, clearly there was campaign.
The president campaigned for your wife?
No.
Well, he said it himself. He called as the heads of state from other places.
No. They
wanted your wife.
No. The head of state, and I think you people should be fair, was not even in Uganda.
Well, he himself said it.
He was in Turkey.
He himself said he called the four presidents of the
No, that's not true. The president was
He didn't say it, or he didn't call them?
No, he didn't say it. The president...
Well, it's both said it.
No, the president said there was no need for any of our people people from here to go to Arusha to try and campaign for something they had no control over. And I think that was right. And the president was not here at the time. He was in Turkey.
Well, you don't have to be here to call, president.
No. There was no campaign to that level.
He called. He himself says he called them. Was he telling a lie?
No. Whoever is peddling that one, that is totally misinformation.
He himself is saying it.
No, he did not. The president...
You're denying a fact.
The president... No, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. The president, I am trying to tell you, the president the other time when he spoke, it was during the State of the Nation address. He made it very clear that people should not have gone there to embarrass us diplomatically. And he made it very clear that he had spoken to the minister. And
he also says he called the presidents of the region.
No.
You're denying a fact. Honorable Babu, maybe you've been away for some time.
That is hogwash.
You're spending too much time in Arusha.
No.
Looking at the
I was not in Arusha. After the elections, I came back here. By the way, I went to Arusha because my wife was going to swear in as
even during the campaigns, you took the plane.
No.
You did not campaign for your wife?
They were going to swear in that Tuesday.
You did not campaign for your dear wife that time?
Campaign for what? You can't.
Mother of
campaign to who? Campaign to who? You can't campaign.
That was an electoral college.
Yeah, but she campaigned for herself. You didn't have to go there and campaign for her. She went and campaigned for herself. And there's a lot of...
and the president was already there campaigning for her.
No, the president was not there. That's a lie. And please don't repeat it.
He has said it already.
I am telling you as a friend, that is a lie, and it's a lot of bullshit. The president was not there. The president was in Turkey, and the communication,
the phone lines.
The president communication was only with the minister.
Let's talk about the NRM. Why are people disgruntled all of a sudden?
Some people, not all the
prominent people. Rebecca Kadaga wants to be president. J. Gilbert Bukenya, Mike Mukula.
But one thing to be president does not mean you're disgruntled.
Well, if they're happy with leadership,
it means the party is so good that you want to be president of it.
Well, someone said they're ready to walk out.
And walking out they are free to do so. Walking out, by the way, walking out, you walk on your legs. Nobody forces you to walk out. But for what you've just said, people are dying to become leaders of NRM. It means the party is vibrant.
Well, they're
you have given me about 5 people who want to become leaders of that party.
And you say you might be one of them.
Who?
You might be one of them. You might be another party. You said anybody could be.
Even you.
No, I'm not a politician. Never.
No, please. Who knows what will happen tomorrow?
No.
The man told us everybody's a political animal. I don't know which animal you are.
I do other things.
The way you are talking, you're a terrible politician.
Far from it. Let's talk about these young men. Do you think they seem seen as someone belonging to an older generation, some generation of yesterday?
No, I think that's also a misconception. You cannot hide behind age in politics. There are people who hide behind age, young, old, middle age. No. Leadership is leadership. If you're young and you're a good leader, no problem. If you're middle age, you're a good leader, no problem. If you're old and you're a good leader, no problem. Nobody can today stand on their 2 feet and say that Mandela is not a good leader.
Well, he stepped aside after 5 years.
He did.
Some people just get away.
Excuse me. No. Stop running away from what you said. We're talking about age here. You're now putting in other things. I'm saying today, an old man, highly respected all over the world, is an old man. He's not the only one. There are other old men. No. Stepping aside is a different thing.
He was in jail 27 years, in power 5 years. Here we were in the bush for 5 years, we're in power 27 years. We've reversed it.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, it's normal for you.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not normal. But this country has come a long way, and it's back to where new things can happen. There's nothing wrong with that. I think you see, the problem is a lot of people are excited over nothing.
Oh.
This country has come to a level.
Yes.
And if there are people to offer us better programs now, they should. Because this country has been brought to a level where new programs can even sprout.
So President Museveni should not stand again.
It's up to him. I've said this many times. It's up to him.
And if he asked you, if he gave you a phone call as you leave this place, what did you tell him?
I'll tell him. It will be private.
Well, you can say it.
When I talk to my president, it is private. It's not something.
I'm alone here in this.
You are not
the two of us.
You are not alone. The problem with you people, you think that people should go all over the place shouting and blowing their own trumpet. I think that's wrong. A president should be respected, and not only respect him as a president, you should respect that position. It is this country, and when you talk to the president and you go and meet the president, you should respect him.
Well, he's a freedom fighter. He's got credentials, but he's run the race. Is it not time to finish?
I don't know about you. I mean, you guys, you've got the flag. I don't know what sort of what meter you have. Your meter is saying so. Other people's meter might not say so, because just the other day, people's meter, they voted and he got 68%. So your meter is different from the guys who gave him 5 years.
He should run again.
No, the people gave him 5 years. For you, you've got your meter saying that he should stop. So somebody's meter is wrong, whether it's the guys who gave him the vote or you who is talking in the studio now.
They gave him up to 30 years. Do you think he should continue up to 35 or even 40? Round figures.
No. I don't think for people. And this is where
you are
being a leader.
Give the people some leadership.
I cannot think for you.
But you are a leader.
Look at your mouth running. I cannot tell you how to run your mouth.
If you are a leader,
no.
Leadership is
let me. We are sitting in the studio. You've been running your mouth for some time. You're free to do so, and I've been giving you a chance to do so. So I give a chance. I give a chance to everybody to think for themselves.
How do you define a leader?
Sorry?
How do you define a leader?
Oh, there's many qualities. Let's look at the basic. What does a leader inspire? And a leader has got charisma.
Does a leader guide as well?
He guides. Yes.
Are you a leader?
Yes.
Would you guide your people? Do you think Museveni should stand for France?
No, Museveni is free to say so. This is what I keep telling you. He's a leader also. He's somebody I respect. Let him stand up and tell us.
Let's look at the dynamics. When he came to power in 86, he said in Addis Ababa, June 1986, he said the problem with African leaders, they overstay in power. Has it changed?
Remind him. You have reminded him. You have written it in papers. You have said it on the airwaves. And he has answered you. When I am ready, I'll go. He has said it many times. And you're still hammering the same. Why don't you come with a program that will make him want to go?
What kind of program? 27 floors.
Give me a program. Give me a program.
They have this other program. They got 2.5 million votes.
The people talked. I'm not going to talk to the other people who gave the other guy the votes. The people talk, and the ordinary man, he talks during the voting, and that's what decides who becomes the leader of this country.
Is it a fair vote?
Fair or not fair, that's up to you to decide. Again, whose meter are we running? Some of you have got all sorts of barometers. Some of them don't even work.
Some barometers don't work.
Don't.
Like the women meters, some of them.
If you say so. But the whole point, they are barometers. People use this barometer to say this. Others use that barometer to say that. And I think we have to be very careful. And I would like this country to be brought to a level when new leadership will find a lot of things have moved quite a reasonable distance, and they can start on a platform of building this country. And I think that will happen.
Why is the NRM losing by-elections?
Maybe there's a message they should look in. They should look at those messages. Maybe there are mistakes which are being made. Again, this is something they should learn. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think maybe it is good. You can't win all the time. So what's wrong with that?
Suppose all the MPs were subjected to by-elections. How many NRM MPs would you have left?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I cannot. That's a hypothetical question.
Well, I know it is, but it can point to a reality.
How many opposition would also come back?
We'll have 5 out of 6.
No. The opposition might also lose.
Well, they've lost 1.
You cannot say people will
not lose. They have
lost
1 out of 6.
No. Listen, when people go out on the elections, the people will decide. And you don't know why they are losing or winning. You never know.
Well, the president goes and campaigns, and as sure as night follows.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The president, the people wants to decide, not the president. The president can go and say everything they like. The people of that area are the ones to decide. And I keep saying this, and I'll keep on saying it over and over again. It's the people of the area who choose the MP that decide who goes to parliament. Not the president, not the opposition leadership, but the person who stands there with his other colleague. One of them becomes the leader.
Why do NRM MPs campaign for opposition kind of so openly? They wear party colors, opposition party colors.
Again, freedom. You can see how good the NRM is. Some guys go there and show their true colors. Probably those were their colors right from the beginning. And we never knew.
How many true NRMs do you have?
Oh, they are there.
How many?
There are many. 68%.
NRM by day, NRM by night.
All the time. NRM has got people. There are people who have got
somewhere in green and white. How many true ones do you have?
The people who put on green and white, the question is, were they always yellow? Maybe during the day they put on yellow and at night they put on green and white. I mean, maybe they also put on blue some other time.
Well, listen, as this is Spectrum, blue, green and yellow. This is Spectrum. You can call in now. Our numbers 041-434-8111, 0312-260-390, 0312-261-390. When you call in, please tell us your name and where you are calling from. All right, hello. Okay, let's continue as someone deals with those lines. There seems to be. Let's talk about corruption. Does it worry you that there's so much corruption?
Corruption worries me.
Yes. What are we going to do about it?
We have to fight it. It is not something you're going to give up. It's something you have to fight, whether come or not. And our people have to be told, and our children have to be told. And by the way, no matter what you say, corruption is annoying a lot of people. Not only you, not only
the
me.
president is annoyed with it.
Everybody's annoyed. Corruption is a very unfortunate handicap. It's such a bad handicap that it affects everything that we do. It's affecting our elections. It is affecting our leadership. It is affecting our schools. It's affecting our churches. It's affecting the whole life. And as far as I'm concerned, all those areas I've mentioned have to start fighting corruption, and corruption must be fought.
All right, Spectrum, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir, your name?
Good evening, my name is Tom.
Yes, Tom. Spectrum, hello? Yes, sir.
Yes, can I contribute?
Yes, Spectrum, go on. Spectrum, hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes, sir, your name?
Yeah, my name is Wilson Revaga.
Yep. Spectrum, hello?
Hello, Edmond.
Yes, sir, your name?
Good evening to you.
Good evening, your name?
Christopher Tabata calling from Rosila.
Yes, Christopher. Spectrum, hello?
Yes, you remember.
Yes.
The NRM.
Spectrum, hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir, your name?
Good evening.
Good evening to your name.
My name is Edmond. First of all,
Spectrum, hello?
hello.
Yes, sir, your name?
This is Sam from Ghana.
Ambrose?
And one thing I want to let you know.
Okay. Spectrum, hello? Yes, sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, your name?
My name is Paul from Ghana.
Yes, Paul.
From Brazil.
Yes, Paul. Honorable Captain Francis Babu.
Yes.
You had them.
Yeah, no, I had them, and unfortunately, I'll start with me, Paul. Paul, when people say things which are not correct, and they keep on repeating them and use them as propaganda, in English, there are certain words which are used.
Like the one used before?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that one. It's a very nice word to describe, especially things which are not correct, which keeps on to be repeated, and it becomes a sing-song, and it's not true. Now, for the gentleman to tell me to support any particular candidate, it's wrong. You know why? Because our national conference has not elected a candidate.
But you love one vote. Who will you give?
No. They have to come and show me their program. I don't just do that. I don't just support people for the sake of supporting. They've got to come, show us their program, and you listen to all of them and give everybody a chance, and then one of them will emerge, like I said earlier on. Now, public sector is very unfortunate. The whole world knows that this government, for a long time, changed the economy of this country, brought it to a certain level. In the public sector, there are certain things which have been done, and some things which have been very successful, and some of them have not been. Now, privatization in this country became successful, and that's part of government.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, and government, for example, we are on a radio now, which is a part of the privatization.
That is liberalization.
Liberalization, yeah, part of it. And part of it was also some of the things have been privatized, and they have done a very good job. Now, even government itself, there are certain departments that have performed very well. Yeah, some districts have had problems, and a few of them have not done very well. So I want our friends to be very careful. I agree with the administrative structure of NRM and a few things in NRM. By the way, somebody said that I do not recognize mistakes of NRM. I do. There are several. There are several mistakes. The mistakes are there. We know what they are. I am a member of NRM. It will be very unfortunate for me to come and wash our linen here. I would rather go in the party, in the correct organ, and tell them what I think is wrong.
Rather than form a political party.
Rather than form another political party, rather than going to fight in public. There are mistakes in NRM. There are mistakes in government. There is corruption. My friend said that I did talk about the president looking for a successor. There was nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
I said that. But that does not...
You've changed your mind.
No, I'm not. He's the one to decide. Right. No. He's the one to decide. No. You asked me to go and tell him, no, the president himself has to decide. Now, maybe you don't understand what I said by that. My friend said I was dodging. There's nothing I'm dodging.
You're not dodging.
There's nothing.
You denied some truths tonight.
Like what?
The president campaigned. He himself said it. You denied it, but we take your word.
No. The president did not campaign for Iyala.
Well, he says
no. What was in Iyala? And I'll tell you, I was in Arusha myself.
With your wife?
The lady campaigned for herself, and the other lady also campaigned. And what was the argument was that there was an official candidate and a non-official candidate. That is not true. And that the president made it very clear.
You're trying to rewrite history?
No. It was very clear. It was said very clearly. And I wanted us to be very careful with that, because some people really are a little bit unfair. Now, lastly, what was said all here? Are there mistakes which have been made? Yes, there are mistakes which have been made.
Are there parts?
Is there corruption? Yes, there is corruption. It has to be fought. Has money been swindled for certain projects? Yes, there's certain projects.
In hundreds of...
What I told you is that I don't know if there is a letter which has been written. I told you that.
Where did you come from? You lived on the moon for a week.
No. I do my own things. I have not seen that letter, and
Maybe you've been on another planet.
No. I do not discuss newspapers. If there is a letter which has been written, I will eventually look for it. I'll see it. I will ask some members of parliament, and I'll look at it. But you see, I am not going to admit something I haven't seen.
Like the president saying he didn't campaign.
He didn't campaign. He didn't campaign. He did not campaign, and I repeat it.
We have to go.
And I want to put a stamp on it. He never campaigned for the Honorable Margaret Izua. Margaret Izua campaigned for herself, and the people of Iyala chose her as the speaker.
You're a leader. People will judge you on the record. Finally,
let them judge me.
Do you think Babu should be Secretary General?
He is the Secretary General.
Well,
do I think he was elected?
Do you think he should leave it?
No. I think
the
argument this gentleman brought is that he should not. They should try and clear this difference. That he should be a Secretary General and a PM.
Well, but the president is chairman and president at the same time. What's wrong with that?
No. There is a difference. The Secretary General runs the party all the time.
We have to go. Thank you very much, Honorable Captain Francis Babu. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been your host, Edmond. Spectrum. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yep.